Now let's check out another key revision, and yeah, we're going to check out this revision abstract, the PDO interface used by creating a class DB helper. So let's see how this code could be actually improved. Well, first, yeah, this is it. So first of all, let's have a look at what has changed on the directory. And now we do have two folders, the private folder and the public folder. The public folder, of course, as the name suggests, is the file that the user can access to from the internet. But the private folder, it should be exactly that, a folder, a directory of files and subfolders just for the local host, for the local server in this case. And yeah, of course, we don't want the user to be to have access to these subdirectories and files. So let's have a look. Here, I'm gonna, in the private folder, I'm gonna create a classes directory in which I'm going to create all the classes that that I need. In this case, I want to abstract the database. I want a database helper. So let's have a look into that one, into that class. If you look at the PDO object, I need these variables to make a connection. These over here. So in the database helper, I'm going to just put into those arguments that I need into variables, so that when I use this function, connect to the database, actually what I'm doing is creating an instance of this PDO object. Of course, when I create in the PDO object, I need to hold that in a variable. So I'm gonna use all the time this database helper, and not directly the PDO interface. So I'm going to put it into a variable as well. And if I want to close the connection, as I said, this is not entirely optional, but it's kind of a good practice. So we will have a method for that close, in which you just assign PDO to null, and that's how you close the connection. So that's the simple class, database helper. Let's have a look at the index page and see how we actually make use of this database helper. So here I have still my try catch code. So I'm going to try all of these, and then if there is some error, some exception, then this message will appear. I'm going to catch that in that specific way. So first of all, if you remember connection, querying, fetching, and closing, that's exactly the same steps that you see in here. But the dynamics have changed a little bit. It's more, we're abstracting the PDO interface itself, and that will allow me to do such as this kind of things. The first is simply put the database helper put into a database variable, and from there on, of course the code is basically the same, but this time we just use this database instead of the PDO directly. Here, for example, we connect, and we could actually query immediately, and the result is over there. We fetch as usual, and with this line we just close the database, nothing else. Okay, but in this way we already start making our own classes, and we start having our coding a more object-oriented way.